What's up, you guys? Welcome back to a Dropout Sports Special, where today we have BGSU basketball alum Ethan Good with us. Say what's up, Ethan.
How y'all doing?
Hey, man. Before we get into this interview, just tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, my name's Ethan Good. I played at the Bowling Green State University for the past 4 years. I was a walk-on left bench, moved to right bench towards the end of my career. I graduated with a degree this past May, and I'm currently getting my master's degree at Arizona State University in Phoenix.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, so kind of piggybacking off of that, why don't you tell us about the recruitment process coming straight out of high school and your journey and what made you decide to walk on to BG?
Yeah, so walk-ons, the recruiting process is totally different. I mean, in football, people recruit for walk-ons. In basketball, what I always kind of thought, and maybe it was a little naive of me, was that the walk-on was somebody that was gonna play as much as the scholarship but didn't get the money. Quickly learned that as the process went on, that the responsibility for me wasn't to drop 30. The responsibility for me was to keep my head, stay out of trouble, be a good influence, and just kind of be there for the guys. I mean, in my opinion, the expectations were extremely low, but it's a role that I found that a lot of teams, especially at the Division I level, needed filled. People that could keep a good GPA and could just be a help to the program in general on things outside of scoring points and dunking it, because I've only touched rim once in my life, so I knew I was not being recruited for that.
You're lucky you touched rim once. Some of us haven't even done it once. That's not fair. You basically just broke that down for us, though. So you didn't really have the biggest role when it came to on the court. Off the court, what were some things that they kind of looked for you to do? Obviously have a good GPA, but were you like the man they sent to go talk to new recruits or just new guys they wanted to come in?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, man, not to tell a story of woe is me, but expectations were low. A lot of what I did was stuff that I wanted to do and stuff that I cared about my teammates because of doing. So whether that was shooting extra, people calling me saying, hey, you want to go shoot, we go shoot. Whether it was giving people rides, whether it was just, helping people when they needed help. As far as the coaching staff went and their expectations of me, freshman year, sophomore year, I mean, I did the same thing that I did all 4 years in terms of just cheering for people and being who I am. And, eventually some people saw it. Some people didn't. Doesn't matter to me because I wasn't doing it to be seen. I was doing it because I love the kids.
Yeah. Watching the games last year, during the warm-ups, you always had a huge smile and a ton of energy out there. Did you see it as your job to be that spark of energy during warm-ups to get the guys ready and in the zone?
Man, I did the best I could. I would say anyone in my roles who, when you watch a game, if you were out there in warm-ups, you all be smiling too. You'd be like, man, I get to wear the jersey. I get to, man, it was my time to shine. It was the only time I got on the court. I was an All-American in warm-ups, man. But no, I wanted to make sure that we were focused on the right thing. That was my goal from the beginning. It wasn't anything that was off the court. It wasn't anything between people. It was we're together and we're going against the people, across half court. And so, yeah, I tried to make an effort to make sure people were loose, engaged, but also loose and engaged. I think a lot of people, they think you have to be angry to be focused. And in my opinion, I think that only hurts you. That just exhausts you. I tried to make sure that they were loose, they were happy, they were having fun, but focused at the same time and finding that balance.
Obviously, last season didn't end how you guys wanted it to. What was the locker room like when that news broke?
Man, weird. We were getting taped actually for the game. I don't even remember who we were going to play, but there was a game. Right? Toledo.
Yeah,
likely was. Yeah, we were getting taped. We were getting ready to go. We didn't know. We heard about Rudy Gobert literally the night before. We were thinking, I don't know if that'll get to us, kind of what that looks like. But when the news broke, man, a lot of people confused, a lot of tears, a lot of just we didn't know when we were going to see each other again. To be honest, I haven't been able to see those guys since that day, since I left them and we all got in our cars and we left. So yesterday, getting to watch Wright State, 30-point loss or not, I didn't care. I was just happy to see them, to say hi, to hug them, say the goodbyes, that we didn't get to say back then. But very emotional. I was encouraged by the optimism. A lot of the guys were still, it's okay. We're going to roll with the punches. The attitudes were good in general, but definitely a heartbreak. You roll with the punches, life goes on. Now we can say, I think there's a Twitter battle right after that. And we won the MAC championship on Twitter for the record due to retweets. So
I think we all probably voted in that too. So.
Oh man. Just a quick question for you. I'm just a little curious. What was your relationship like with Coach Huger? Because you were there for 4 of his, I think now 6 years. So there's got to be something there.
Yeah, it felt like 4 going on 6, man. It was forever. Honestly, being the guy with no expectations, the guy that can keep his head down. Have y'all know who Mark Titus is?
Yeah.
He was a former Ohio State walk-on. He wrote a book called "Don't Put Me In, Coach," and talked about his relationship with Thad Matta. If you want a good read, if you're tired of reading textbooks, it is so funny. He played with Greg Oden and stuff like that. But the relationship between a walk-on and his coach, I was able to kind of take a step away from it and approach it not as a player, but on behalf of players, not even really because they wanted me to represent them, but just to get in there and to chew on some questions. Coach Huger always left his door open, but as to whether people wanted to go in there or not, it was kind of undetermined. I remember my sophomore year, I walked in there and he's shaking. He's a nice guy. There's nothing, I shouldn't have been intimidated, but I was like, man, I don't know. I'm freaking 19 years old. I don't want to talk to this grown man who played professional basketball and yada, yada. But over the course of time, I teased him. He teased me. We would make jokes all the time. And I remember the first game of every season, I walk right up to him. And this is actually from that book. And I told him, Coach, I got 5 fouls and I can't take them with me. I looked him dead in the eyes. And his reaction changed every year over the course of 4 years. Like, oh yeah, you be ready. And I was, laughing. I'd have my shoes untied and warm ups. I was just there to have fun.
That's awesome. Like, kind of building off of that, because he's an amazing coach and BG's program has definitely gone. And on a player aspect, Justin Turner, obviously he's top 5 in NCAA scoring career. I think I saw on Twitter, and he's just, we go as freshmen, we go to the games and we're like, this guy's insane. Like, tell us about what it was like playing with him, what kind of guy he was.
Yeah. So Juice is one of my best friends, man. He was a guy I spent a lot of times talking to. He was a knucklehead I was always waiting on when I had to give people rides to practice. He just a down-to-earth, great human being in general. I love the dude. He'll be at my wedding for sure. But him specifically, watching him grow over the course of 4 years, we knew that when he came that he was a steal. We knew that he was a really talented player. But talent means nothing if you don't work hard. And that dude worked hard, and he established a culture of working hard, I think, for the program. Coach Huger deserves a lot of respect for the way the program is trending and directing, but credit to Dylan Fry and Justin Turner specifically as being kind of the backbone as that culture trended in terms of making it a culture of hard work, making it a culture of communication, and making it a no BS culture kind of thing. But Juice specifically, he's a great dude. He's an absolute nerd. Everyone I love the kid. He's cool. He gets all the accolades. But my relationship with him is, I don't care if you scored 30. I don't care if you scored 3. You're still a bum. I'm still going to give you a bucket. And I love the kid.
Did you talk to him at all while he was in the transfer portal about what he thought he was going to do?
Yeah, no, I tried to get a feel for his experience. I also, I don't know if y'all know what the Student Athlete Advisory Committee is, but I do a lot of work with the NCAA and getting kind of feedback and getting that understanding. And I've never, not transferring or kind of being recruited on that level, never really had personal experiences. And so getting his feel as to what it was like with COVID was definitely something I was talking to him about.
talking about the SAAC. How did that opportunity arise to you to become a part of that?
Man, I just smiled and nodded my head, to be honest. I had no clue what I was getting into. I was voluntold to show up to the first few meetings. But as I continued to grow in it, I've never been the most outspoken kid. I never really had a big plan. But I was always interested in what people had to say. I was always interested in finding the best solution and communicating in the right way. And, you know, slowly but surely they ended up voting me to keep going. And right now I'm sitting as the chair for the national one. So for the NCAA, I have the privilege of representing all Division I athletes, you know, at different levels. But the people I've met through that have just been absolutely phenomenal. And I'm, you know, it's been a blessing. I've earned none of it. It has just honestly been given to me, and I'm grateful for it every day.
No, you deserve it, man. Yeah, you guys deserve it sometimes. I actually have like a little question off topic real quick. It's about BG. It's about the campus. It's a beautiful campus, and us coming as freshmen, we looked up to you guys kind of as celebrities. We would walk into the Oaks Dining Center, and Justin Turner and Dylan were eating lunch, and we'd just be sitting at the end, like kind of like taking a peek, you know, like stop taking a picture. You know, what was that kind of like? Did you guys kind of feel that, like where you guys kind of felt like on top, especially because you guys were playing good ball?
Yeah, no. Once the ball started going a lot better, it was a little bit more enjoyable to have the attention. And I wasn't even the one really getting all the attention. I like going to the rec. But normally here or there, someone would try to ISO me, talking about I should be on the team. I'm gonna cook this walk on. I'd be like, you can cook me. Don't get me wrong. Like, well, I'll call coach. He can come watch. That's fine. Like, I'm not here to hoop. It's different. I think these guys are kind of more used to it. I think in high school they had a lot of clout, a lot of attention. And for me, it was I was honestly way more like y'all in terms of, I was like, yo, that dude's like 6'11" and he might go to the league. Whoa. Like I sit next to him in the locker room. I didn't say a word the whole first year. I was just sitting there like, I don't belong here. I don't know what's going on. And even now, like, to have, you know, teammates, friends that are playing, Twan's playing in England. I think Maj might still be in the G League. Dylan's in Croatia. Marlon's playing somewhere. Mike, I don't know what Mike's doing. Mike's got to play somewhere. He needs to get on the court. But just to have friends and have guys, the basketball stuff is cool, but getting to know them as a person, I think was the best part for me, and what really made it special.
First Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I still tease them and tell them that my plus minus was better than anyone else, because we were up 2 when I got out and we ended up losing. But it's cool, man. It's senior night. Everyone loves, you know, getting the chance to get on senior night. Everyone loves to be celebrated. I was absolutely flattered by the fun that my teammates had with it, the jokes that I made. Man, they started me at the power forward that night, just for the record. Like I was coming in at the 4, guarding their 4, and I was going, Coach, listen, I've been lifting, but not that much. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm about to get caught under a dunk or something.
Dunk on.
Nah, but it was something cool, something I'll never forget. But honestly, man, it's what hits harder for me in my memories of BG, are the times that we fought in the locker room, are the times that things went wrong, are the times that people broke down, are the times where people were just real people. And so as much fun as starting and playing and being on TV and getting even attention from the media or fans or whatever that is, it pales in comparison to, you know, talking to a buddy and hearing about how his family's doing or how Christmas is going or keeping in touch.
Mm-hmm.
So since Kevin's breaking out, I'm going to ask you one more question, and we'll get you out of here, but we appreciate you having your time. But just kind of off topic, at the Union, what was your favorite food to get? What was your favorite place to go?
Man, I was weak for Panda. I had an addiction, and it was bad. It wasn't good for me. I regretted it 10, 15 minutes after
Orange
I
chicken?
ate it every time. orange chicken, fried rice, every
Mhm.
time.
Double
time.
ones, right?
I can't afford the sesame or whatever, or the honey walnut. That's out of the plan.
Out of the plan. I agree. No, but I appreciate you coming, talking with us as BG fans and BG students. You know, we're happy to have you on. And sorry, Kevin disappeared.
It's all right. You have to give him some crap.
Being at the games last year and being able to watch you guys and having the chance to talk to you, it's insane. I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we're loving it as much as y'all love it. Just know that. Don't ever feel like you're inconveniencing anybody. They love, maybe a little too much. They love getting to know people who think they're cool.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
No problem. Same to you.